Alright guys, I want to share a deal that went down on Facebook Marketplace today. This lot of PS2 games. Nothing too crazy. I don't think there's any super valuable games in here. I just wanted some filler for some bundles that I'm going to put together. And these cases are all in good shape. Like, these games have really been taken care of. Let's look at a disc just for examples purpose. Yeah, looks good. So 30 bucks for these, and I got there and I guess she was clearing out some stuff and just wanted to purge, and told me she had a gift for me. And it was a original PlayStation 1 with a memory card and some hookups. Wonder if there's a game in there. Yeah, bonus game. And of course I asked her the question you gotta ask everybody you're gonna buy from on Facebook Marketplace, especially if they're at their house. Do you have anything else? Any other old video games for sale? And sure enough, she did. She walked around the corner. She pulled out this original Xbox console here. Didn't really know what it was. And she pulled out this. Just a little grab bag of a bunch of stuff. So some Saturn games in here. Maybe that NBA Jam has a little bit of value. And just a random case. It's supposed to be a dull disc. Hey, look what we got here. Alright, Smash Bros. Melee loose disc and Pikmin loose disc on GameCube. Didn't even know that was in there, so that is a surprise. But what I did know was in there was a couple things. A Game Boy Advance, and you see this blue cartridge here. What do we got? Pokemon. Pokemon Blue. Nice. And this baggie here, I think there's another blue. Yep. I'll have to double check and see if those are repros or original. Fire. And what else do we got here? Dragon Warrior 3, Zelda Seasons on color, Mortal Kombat 2. This thing's pretty cool. PlayStation Namco gun. But I'll break this stuff down at the house and maybe put it into price charting and let you know what it was. But anyway, she showed me the Xbox and this box. I looked through it real quick. After $50 for everything, so she took it. Yay! So I've got $80 into all this stuff right here. So when I get back and I kind of look up the values on things, I'll let you know how I did on that. Alright, so here's everything laid out. Again, the original purchase was for the PlayStation 2 games. Everything else was either a gift or a surprise bonus that I just asked if they had anything else that they wanted to get rid of, and had a little tote box full of some goodies. So I'll just go through everything. A lot of sports titles for the PlayStation 2. A couple nice little titles here. These are probably worth a little bit. The Bouncer. I think that Bloody Roar might have some value to it. And I'll probably just bundle the Final Fantasies together. I'm thinking this NBA Jam on Saturn probably has some value. That's part of the add-on that I bought for 50 bucks out of that box. That included the original Xbox, and that game, Unreal Championship, came with it. This Game Boy Advance was in there as well. Doesn't have the original battery cover. It has this strange little like powered charger thing. So I'll test that out in just a moment, see if that works. PlayStation original was a gift. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. This Nintendo NES Satellite was kind of cool. Never heard of this thing before, but I think that's probably worth, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks. Some pretty good Game Boy and Game Boy Color titles. Dragon Warrior 3, Zelda Seasons, Harvest Moon, all on color. Mortal Kombat 2, Battletoads, and 3 Pokemon games. 2 blues and a red. I'll open those up to see if they're authentic. a mystery game with no sticker on there. So we'll pop that in and see what we got there. This strange little doodad on the DS. It says R4 upgrade, evolution for DS. Not sure what that is. Tetris Plus, Star Fox 64, labels in decent shape, and looks to be authentic. Double check that as well. 2 loose discs on GameCube that I didn't even see when I originally bought this. It was just in a loose case that I thought might be empty, but sure enough, these 2, I think those are probably like $40 games loose each. This cool little gun for the PlayStation, and this NES Max Nintendo NES controller. It's got official Nintendo branding on there too. So everything, and a couple little third-party accessories. Everything you see right here was purchased for $80. I'll put this into price chart and see exactly what kind of value I ended up with. Alright guys, I put most of everything into price charting and I came up with 5 screenshots, so I made kind of 5 different little piles. And we'll start with the just games that I originally went there for, see the value of those, then I'll go into all the other stuff that ended up getting purchased as well. So first screenshot has these games in there, a bunch of sports titles that really don't have a ton of value. Total on these ended up being about $104. Most notably is the Bloody Roar 3 right here. Unfortunately, it is not complete in box. I'm pretty sure this was one of the few that is missing the manual, but that one had a value of about 28 bucks. Next stack, about the same, couple mostly $10 games here and there, about $100 value total. This was the most valuable according to Price Chart, the Armored Core 3 and NBA Street Volume 2. They were $20 and $22 complete in box respectively. So total for the lot of games, I paid 30 bucks. They're worth about $200 or so before shipping, cost of goods, and fees. Next stack, this is the money right here. This was in that little black tote that I ended up adding in after I bought the PlayStation 2 games. She went around the corner and grabbed this tote that had a ton of Game Boy games inside. The Dragon Warrior 3 has good value. Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, Harvest Moon, a couple Pokemon games. I mean, all these are pretty valuable. Let's look at the price charting here. Looks like Oracle of Seasons for 40 bucks and Dragon Warrior 3 for about 49. Those are your 2 heaviest hitters, but everything else is 20, 30, $40 or so. Even this Battletoads, this Dakupan, I think is how it's pronounced. So definitely got my money's worth on that box with the Xbox console that I've paid $50 for as an add-on. Sweet deal. And total value of this stack, $287. Very nice. And just for safe measure, I went ahead and opened these Pokemon games just to be sure that they're 100% authentic, original, not reproductions. And we've got Nintendo 1998 on the board there, Nintendo 1998 on the board there, and Nintendo 1998 on that board. So we are sure and 100% confident that these are authentic and not reproduction Pokemon games. This next stack has some good stuff in it as well. Star Fox loose, a couple leftovers, just a loose Xbox game, not much there, and an Xbox game that was in there in that box. 2 loose GameCube games, the Pikmin, that's worth about, what does it say here? Loose $28 on price charting, and Super Smash Bros. Melee, loose about $42. Just look at these, kind of see what they look like. Yeah, playable, I would say. This is one that was in that original PlayStation bundle as well. Eve of Extinction, They've got complete inbox, $8 on that. So that just goes into there. Some Saturn games. The NBA Jam is the most valuable of this whole stack. It's got that cracked case, as you can see there, but I'll swap it out with one of these games that isn't worth anything. And that's going for $45. Total on that stack, $184. And last, we got the consoles and accessories. An original PlayStation worth, what, about $20, $25? An original Xbox worth around like $30 to $40. A loose Xbox game. The Game Boy Advance, it has this battery cover to it. Obviously not the original. I did throw some batteries in there and this unknown game just to see what we had. It works. Screen looks good. And the game ended up being Tetris. So I didn't put that game into price charting. It has no label on there, so that's a whatever kind of situation. Game Boy Advance. Let's see, that is worth the Glacier about $60 or so. Pretty good deal. This is the gun. They call it a gun con for PlayStation, original PlayStation. That's got a little bit of value. What does that have on there? About $20, $25 or so on that. The NES Satellite gives your Nintendo 4 controller ports. And I guess this is like a wireless plug into socket 2. That's socket 2 right there. Anyways, yeah, I wasn't familiar with this, but the NES Satellite worth about $15 loose, and that was worth about $10 or so as well. So the total on the consoles, all the accessories, we got another $199. And I almost forgot about the loose game that was inside the PlayStation 1, which I now realize is what coincides with the gun here. So I'll probably sell those as a bundle. Price charting says $15 on this loose. I saw a sold comp for like $35 on eBay, but there's not many listed, and this is in fantastic condition. So I'll list the bundle together and maybe do like $50 or something like that. So just this alone, the bonus game and the controller in there is going to be most of my money back on this bundle. So we'll have to tally all this stuff up and see what the total value is of the lot. So price charting had the total for everything, $875. I paid $80 for this, so just short of $800 in value added on. I'll have plenty of eBay fees and listing to go through with this. And I'm going to keep some things, but safely we can call this a $500 profit on this haul of vintage retro video games, consoles, accessories, everything.
Oh yeah.
Great. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. ATL Resale Guys signing out. Up.